Division 2 match between JDH and Amari. Now, there is a potential situation that can happen with this match, but we'll get into that when the match actually begins. Players, be sure to have on both your Hertz and input displays, as those are necessary for gameplay. And let's see if players are online. Let us see here. We have... Oh, there's Mari. There he is. Okay. There, I already saw James online. There's Mari. Look at him go. Is it a science fiction scenario? Not quite, because it's not fictional. There's a real scenario. All right. So without further ado, let's look at the players. Kind of just warm up, since both players are here. Yeah, WDiv2 knowing how to schedule. It's pretty niche. Especially in the modern day. in the modern day, 2026, it's pretty niche. And look at this. We got Mari. We got James here, just kind of vibing. I see Mari is doing a whole bunch of yapping over there. I think he just got that 1.2 not too long ago, so good job to him. I don't think that was a DAS though, so he's kind of a cheater. But I don't know, maybe he'll get a 1.2 today. A DAS, we'll see. Once both players have sufficiently warmed up, it's going to be our starting seed. It's going to be 44, 82, 8C. 44, 82, 8C. So the situation that I was talking about is that if James sweeps, he will earn himself 8 points and will supersede Zach and earn himself a spot in the promotion playoffs. But this does rely on Somalia not winning both his matches. He will need to at minimum win both of his sets. So if James can get a sweep here, there's still a chance. There's still a chance for him to potentially promote to Division 1. And it looks like both players having the seed hand already. Let's get the go for game number 1. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we are off. On the left here, we have James with that PV of 1.17. Has increased his PV by about 70,000 points since the season has started. So good on him. Really trying to get that 1.2 at this point. Currently 3 and 4 in the division. Has defeated a series of players such as Poopy, Somalian, and Zach in a decider, and then losing to a couple others such as Onpu. Shout out to him. I think I know that guy. Macy and Walnut. So the situation for James here is he's gonna want a sweep. He's gonna really want that 3-0 here to try and make it to Division 1. Otherwise, he will be in Division 2 for the next season. On the right here, we have Mari, who is currently 0-7 in the division, so his fate is already sealed. He's going to be relegated to Division 3, but he can play spoiler in this match. So that's kind of his job. He's just trying to prevent potential promotion for other players. So let's see if he can do that. 98k for Mari, 122 for James. Now 1 Tetris ahead. You hate that Onpu guy? Yeah, I don't know who that is, man. I hear he's got a lot of haters for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. I know he has haters. Like I've heard of this like person named Hazel, kind of a hater. Now I don't know what they did to them, but kind of a hater. Mari with a kind of spiry board in the center, but we'll be able to fill it in with a couple of square pieces. Gonna get another touch up to 212. James at 178. Needs to try and reopen the well on the right. Is 2 Tetris behind. And also a couple of lines ahead as a result of that pushdown. And hello, Ethan. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you here in a while. What's going on with you? Mari in a dig. Needs to try and get this board down. This is gonna allow James to regain the lead, and he has set up for Tetris. Board doesn't quite come. Mari still mired in this dig, and this board's starting to look kind of dangerous. Needs something to that left side. He gets a T-piece. And it's starting to look kind of bad for James as well, but he has a lot better burn options to get this down. Oh, that left side's starting to look a little too high. Yeah, Mari's going to be done at 225. He's not going to be able to get that down. James at 240. You are good for game number 1. Yeah, what's going on, Ethan? What you got going on this Thursday night? Our next seed will be 55. Increment the first 2 by 1. And you can tell Mari's not happy about that death. He's over there yapping a bit. So I can already tell he's talking mad shit about that top out. He's like, man, I don't know what I was doing or how that even happened. I'm already knowing, bro. James has in the seed and is ready. Just waiting for Mari to put in the seed and ready up. Yeah, bro, I'm already knowing, bro. Already knowing. Don't spike your controller either, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna waste those inputs in the padless. Alright, both players are ready for game number 2. Let's get them going. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You can tell from the smile. No, it's when he opens his mouth for like a little while. When it's not like a quick borf. When it's not like a quick borf. And it's open for like 3 seconds straight. I'm already knowing what time it is. Yeah, James gonna take that game number 1 with the unfortunate early top of Mari. So gonna be looking for a better start. In terms of JDH League history, this is actually James's first season. And is doing well for himself in his debut season. You know, starting out in Division 2 and nearly getting himself into Division 1, especially if he can take this. Mari's been around the block. He's played in Season 1 and every season since the reboot of Season 3. So, good regular. He decided to take a little break in Season 2. It was kind of a tumultuous time, but is now back in action. 97k for James, 73k for Mari with kind of a weird roof burn, but we'll be able to get that down and reopen the well for a Tetris. James up high, needs to try and get this down. Love an L piece or bar, and is getting neither, so we'll just have to take those burns to S instead. It looks like it's coming down row by row. Not gonna go for the quick top on the left, just building bowl strats, and it's working out for him. He's gonna be able to survive this just fine. James at 111 to Mari's 105, taking the real-time lead now with that 128. Wasn't able to take too much advantage of the dig that James found himself into. Low energy? Nah. But you've been like sleep for most of the day, I'm assuming, or like. It's like one of your off days. Today's been normal energy for me. Work was pretty smooth. You know, not really too much to complain for me. Alright, James taking some necessary skims to keep the well open. Gets the bar in the Tetris up to 209. Mari at 242, 2 Tetris ahead and a couple lines behind. It's kind of where you want to be as a player. Ahead in the score and behind in lines. So you can kind of watch your opponent and see what they're doing. We are not quite confident getting that all the way to the left, so has to make a hole in the stack. And doesn't get that square over either, but the double Tetrises will save the board. He's going to be perfectly fine. Mari at 290 to James is 257. Now it's 280. James looking for some kind of 500 going into 19. Mari looking for about the same, although maybe a higher 500 going in. Yeah, maybe we need to see you play a little bit of Tetris, Ethan. Maybe we can see you play in this. That'd be cool. I know your PV is low, but that's okay. We have skill levels. We have divisions for all skill levels. Good dig for James. Going to be able to reopen the well. Now at 312 to Mari's 323. It was also in a little bit of a dig, but fixed the board up in time. You said no? Okay. You know what? Oh, can't say I didn't try to get you to do something. James now needing an J-piece and not going to be able to get it, but a good series of Z's and S's is going to be able to reopen the well, get a Tetris. Now Mari Rocket just column 3. Let's see if he can try and get a Tetris out of it. Is set up and gets the bar of the Tetris. That's what we love to see. You already know I'm a fan of that column 3, so good job, Mari. And is essentially tied with James, but has 20 lines in hand. James about to transition in 2 more Tetrises at 380. Mari at 403. So it looks like James here will go in with a bit of a low transition, but we have seen that he can play some very good post 19. And we'll probably need that. Gonna go in at 426. And a very untimely S piece is going to annoy him a little bit. Gets a bar for the dependency, and now he can start to set up on 19 speeds. Mari at 430 still has room for 4 more Tetrises, but a mischief of that J piece is going to complicate things a little bit. Tetris for James, gonna take the real-time lead at 463. Mari, board starting to break down a little bit, needs to try and uncover this before the 19 speeds. Nice S spin, and that's actually gonna reopen the well, and he's gonna be just fine going into 19 now. Tetris is in at 487. James at 472, 2 levels ahead, and gets another touch up to 498. Yeah, very good cleanup for Mari, but doesn't get that bar to the right side. Needs another one, and luckily is able to get it over, and now he can start to remedy the stack. James's board starting to break down a little bit too. Currently at 504 to Mari's 516. Oh, and a mischief of that T piece, and I don't think there's going to be anything James can do. He's going to be done at 505, and Mari at 520 is good for game number 2. And we'll tie up the set 1-1. GG's. Yeah, kind of an unfortunate just misshift there. It was actually starting to get out of it, but well, all it takes is one wrong early shift in 19, and that's the end. So our next seed will be 66. And Mari has it in the seed and is ready. It does mean though that Mari has done his job. He has played spoiler. Let's get the going for game number 3. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. He has completed his job of playing spoiler, and now JDH will be locked in to Division 2 for next season. You can tell from the yap in there, he's happy about that. He is feeling really good about himself there, being able to prevent his fellow comrade from moving up in the world. You know, I understand the hate. I understand hate. You know, I went to Hater University with this guy in 2022, 2023. I was there with this guy. I saw him in my classes. James trying to reopen the well here, and is not really getting very helpful pieces to do that. Gets a bar, but the well is closed. James at 62k to Mari's 115. James finally going to be able to remedy the stack, and it's not ready to score on the right side again. Some good digging skills for him. Gonna get a Tetris up to 87. Yeah, Hater University, HU. We both went to that in the 2022-2023 season. We was over there, you know, practicing our hating skills. It's honestly a skill to be able to hate. Ooh, James's board starting to break down, and those series of squares are gonna do him in. He's gonna be done at 91k. And Mari at 167 will take game number 3, and now leads the set 2-1. Just an unfortunate series of squares, really just not doing him any favors. Would have really loved a T and L combination to try and bring that down. Really T-bar. Next seed will be 77, and both players having the seed in already. Get them going for game number 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And once again, looks like Mari is really loving what's going on. Mari on the verge of winning his first set in the division. Is 0-7 in the division, so would like to try and take this to not leave the division empty-handed. What do exams look like? It's a series of situations, right? You're put in a series of situations. A couple of questions, you know, like what do you do in these situations? If you've ever watched the show, What Would You Do? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, where they put you in weird, random situations in real life, and then you have to, and then they like watch you, like, what are you doing? 80k here for James, 55 for Mari, 1 Tetris behind. Now, dissing your classmates is always a good part. That's more of the fundamentals. Ooh, Mari gonna miss that line spin. It's going to require a couple of burns. Manages to get a bar, so actually it'll end up being 1 burn. But has to make another bar dependency. Nice adjustment for the L piece. Doesn't get that J over, but a Tetris will save the board. And now he can start to fix this. Mari at 83k to James is 173. Take full advantage of this dig, as Mari has a lot of work to try and get this down. Oh, Mari not going to get that T all the way to the right side. And that left side is cut off, and there's not going to be anything he's going to be able to do. He's going to be done at 91k. And James at 211 will take game number 4. And we're in a decider. We are in a decider. Let's see what happens. Bad. Oh my god. Come on, Mari. You can't die like that. You gotta stop doing that. Both players having the seed. For game number 5, let's get the going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's see who can take this final game. Will it be James ending the season with a perfect 4-4, or a perfectly even 4-4, or will it be Mari taking his first win of the season? going 1-7 instead of 0-8. Let us see. Find the worst possible way to, well, not quite, right? Because, you know, there's levels. There's levels to hating, right? There is an effective hater will sound like a supporter, right? An effective hater will sound like a supporter. They'll make it sound like they're not actually hating. They'll make it sound like to you that that they're on your side. Now, there's some times where you want to do that, but there's a lot of situations where, you know, you don't want to you don't want to attract the ire of the audience. You want to make it seem like you're on their side too, but at the same time you're kind of not if you read between the lines. It's that sort of thing. James at 107, Mari at 98k with a Z spin setup, gets the Z and gets the spin. Very nice on his board. And we'll get another Tetris. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. There's levels to this, man. That's why there's university. You know, you can't just go with your bog standard techniques all the time. You gotta mix it up. James at 155 to Mari's 166, up by a half Tetris. Mari's PB being the B24, with achieved a couple of months ago, right when the season started. Has been leveling up quite a bit in the roller world. Gonna hopefully see him do that with Das now. Maybe he'll get the 1.2, you know, in between seasons. So, and then we'll see him return in Division 3, you know, with the 1.2, and then he'll get himself back up into Division 2. James at 234, Mari at 218, one Tetris behind now, takes the Tetris and is neck and neck with James, with a couple of lines in hand. Both players on track to get that mid to high 500 going into 19. After this, this will be our last match of the night. There will be more matches tomorrow starting at 15 UTC, pretty early in the morning for me, but that is just fine. It's going to be a pair of Division 1A matches, Tugi, Tega, and Maestro, so be on the lookout for that. 354 for James, 322 for Mari, who is setting up the center well and gets the bar and the Tetris up to 345. Very good on his end. And is keeping track with James, maintaining that 2 Tetris deficit, but has the 10 line difference. So as long as he can keep doing that the entire game, the game will be his. But of course he has to actually realize those lines with Tetrises. James needing a bar now to try and save this stack, and luckily gets it. Gonna be able to save it now. We'll need to dig this out. At 432, Mari at 439 takes the real-time lead and can now start to build a real lead. As James is continuing to have to dig this down on the left side. Ooh, Mari up high. Okay, takes some good burns. Gets the bar and the Tetris, and he's going to be just fine with the double Tetris. Mari at 488. James at 449 is going to burn into transition at 451. About a Tetris and a half down for Mari, and also 15 lines ahead. James gonna need to pull out some efficient 19 or hope for some kind of mistake to happen on Mari's side to try and take this one. As Mari gets another touch up to 536. Room for one more. Can go in at 560. James taking more burns, trying to maintain this call of 9, but bars just aren't quite showing up for him. Mari gonna go in at 561. Very strong transition. Is 90,000 points ahead and a level and a half behind. James set up for the Tetris, gets it up to 504. Mari at 571. Is taking some safety skims. Actually, he even takes a safety triple. Knows he has the time and the lead to try and just wait James out, see what he'll do. James, meanwhile, gonna get a touch up to 544. Mari at 584 is now ready to score on the right side. Needed to take a couple of burns to reestablish on the right side. And will be able to get that Tetris up to 619. James at 604. Now the deficit only about a half Tetris. So has been making some real ground here with these post-transition Tetrises. Oh, and look at that lovely burn with that T-piece. It's going to get himself another touch up to 640. Are going to get one up to 654. Running neck and neck game, but it is James with less lines to go. Only has about 30 left. Gets that TO away to the left. Nice quick top and gets the Tetris up to 680. Mari at 713. 2 Tetrises ahead. Is starting to play a little more aggressive. Maybe knows that he will need to try and at least score a couple of Tetrises to keep James at bay. Gets a bar over for the Tetris. Kind of a misshift of the square, but was able to get the next one over. And now James setting up on road 3. Set up. Can he get the bar? Gets it over. Gets a Tetris up to 752. Mari at 783. A Tetris ahead. And 2 full levels behind. James can go into 29 with, I believe, a high 800 if he can get all 3 Tetrises here. Needs to hope for some kind of mistake on Mari's side to try and take this. Set up for Tetris. 830 for him. Mari at 824. And a hang of that bar is actually going to do Mari in. He's going to be done. And James at 834 is going to take game number 5 and the set. Going to take it 3 games to 2. And that is going to be it. Mari was ahead the entire time, but a hang of the bar on the left side is just going to do him in. It looks like he didn't quite have the full dash to get that over. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, was that Mindas? Yeah, that was Mindas. He didn't have full dash for that. That's tough. Yeah, no problem, JDH. Always glad to take these matches, but it's going to be you taking that 3 games to 2. You will leave Mari empty-handed in the division. He will unfortunately go down to Division 3, going 0-8. But it's okay. He's going to